Welcome back students to the module 2 of today's session. Let us continue with the applications of Bernoulli's principle in this part. Next topic is about blood flow and heart attack. We know the bloods flow through the arteries. The artery is constricted as a result of accumulated plaque on its inner walls. To maintain a constant flow rate, the blood must travel faster than normal. If the speed is high enough, the blood pressure is low and the artery may collapse. That is, the blood through this constriction has a greater activity of the heart. The speed of flow of the blood in this region is raised, which lowers the pressure inside, and the artery may collapse due to external pressure. The heart exerts further pressure to open this artery and forces the blood through. As the blood rushes through the opening, the internal pressure once again drops, leading to a repeated collapse. This may result in heart attack. Next application is about dynamic lift. Dynamic lift is the force which acts on a body such as an airplane wing, hydrofoil or spinning ball by virtue of its motion through a fluid. We are also going to discuss about the Magnus effect. It is an observable phenomenon that is commonly associated with a spinning object moving through the air or a fluid. Now let us discuss about the lift on an aeroplane wing. The shape of the aeroplane wing is peculiar. Its upper surface is more curved than its lower surface, and its leading edge is thicker than its trailing edge. As an aeroplane moves forward, the air blown in the form of streamlines over the wings of aeroplane is as shown below. As the upper surface of the wing is more curved than its lower surface, the speed of air above the wings is larger than the speed of air below the wings. According to Bernoulli's theorem, the pressure above the wings becomes less than that of the pressure below its wings. Due to this difference in pressure on the two sides of the wings, a vertical lift acts on the aeroplane. When this lift is sufficient to overcome the gravity pull on the aeroplane is lifted up. Now let us discuss about the Magnus effect. Let us first see the case of a ball with no spin. For a non-spinning ball, the streamlines around the ball move relative to the fluid. From the symmetry of its streamlines, it can be inferred that the pressure difference at points above and below the ball at corresponding points is zero, as the velocity of fluid above and below the ball at the corresponding points is the same. Thus, there is no upward or downward force acting on the ball due to air. For a spinning ball, the air is dragged along a spinning ball as it moves. If the ball moves forward, air relatively moves in the backward direction, and therefore the relative velocity of air above the ball is larger than below the ball. The streamlines thus get rarefied below and crowded above the ball. The difference in velocity between the corresponding points above and below the ball result in the pressure difference between the two faces, and a net upward force acts on the ball. This results in a dynamic lift that the ball experiences, and this is termed as the Magnus effect. Blowing off the roofs during storms. In a storm, the light roofs of thatched houses are blown off. This is because a high velocity wind blowing over the roof decreases and the pressure above the roof decreases, and therefore the greater atmospheric pressure below lifts the roof up. Another example for application of Bernoulli's theorem is that a person standing near the railway track is pulled towards the train when a fast moving train passes close to him. The fast train decreases the pressure between the person and the train. Due to the greater pressure on the other side of the person gets pushed towards the railway track. Hope you might have understood about a few another applications of Bernoulli's theorem. Thank you, dear students.